Today's toy is a water gun. Ow! Oh gosh dang! Just nipped! Nipped!
I said you'll have fun, and I won't disappoint you.
Welcome fellow Kiss fans, welcome to It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. And tonight, the fun we are celebrating is our beloved and favorite album, Dynasty. Going to look at some cool Dynasty merch. Actually, 3 things. Sideball, fun little thing I thought we would talk about because it is fun and it's Dynasty and it's not worth an entire video. But first off, I would like to discuss 2 fellow Kiss Army members and wish them very heartfelt condolences and well wishes. It's been a tough week for the Kiss Army. My best friend Dan, co-host of It's All For You Demon, we need to get his ass back down here, especially with the basement going and flowing. His mother passed, and I've known his mom pretty much my entire life, and so it's a blow. And I know Dan's going through a really hard time. So send him your love, send him your well wishes. I met Danny way when I was super young. He was kind of one of the bullies on the block. I knew him. I ran with the younger kids, he ran with the older kids. And then when I was in the 7th grade, he would have been a junior in high school. I was in the 7th grade, he was a junior in high school. We bonded over Motley Crue and BMX and 4-wheelers and wrestling all at the same time. And it was the winter of my 7th grade year that we really started hanging out. And I was 12 and Danny's 17. And so his family started calling me little boy. Because his dad would say, oh, Danny's going up that little boy's house. So I was little boy to that family, and even his mom would call me little boy. And then, 8th grade we got into skateboarding. And then, of course, the winter of my freshman year, Kiss. And it's been a friendship ever since. And his mom's always been a big part of that. And I remember around the Spencer era, she left a message on my answer machine wanting to know about the solo album blanket from Spencer's. I still have the solo album blanket from Spencer's. This thing has seen a better day, but has been with me since, 96 when this thing came out. All of the dogs I've ever owned have slept on this solo album blanket at one time or another. But I remember his mom left me a message saying Danny wants a blanket. Danny wants a blanket from Spencer's. And I ended up taking the description paper out of the bag, and I wrote a big note where Spencer's was at, how much it cost. There was no online back then, so she would have had to go to Spencer's, and I think I even said if you want, I can go to Spencer's and get it for you. And he never ended up getting it, but just one of my memories of his mom. And then my main memory of his mom, God rest her soul, she has entered pop culture in the Wax Night Basement a long time ago. I don't even know what year. Danny's mom and grandma were at the grocery store, and they were putting descriptions of what's inside meat on packages, and somebody from the local news interviewed his mom and was asking her about putting those descriptions on meat packages, and she said, I'd like to see that. And they asked why, and she said, because I'd like to see what's in the meat I'm buying. And I don't know why, but Danny somehow latched onto that, and it got in my head, and would always just say, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see what's in the meat I'm buying. And then we turned it into a song. And so at one point, the song, I turned it into the music of When the Saints Come Marching In. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but Everyone else probably like means nothing, but it's just history. Two friends history. I'd like to see that song into the music of When the Saints Come Marching In, and we turned it into a, you know how I said we used to sing Stargrove? If you've ever heard Stargrove from the Gene Simmons movie. Man, we're nerds. But someday maybe we'll have to have Dan down here and we'll both sing. I'd like to see that. It gets, you hit a high note in there and it gets pretty damn powerful. But my condolences to Danny and his family. May you rest in peace, Eleanor. And you raised a hell of a son. Thank you. Our second condolences is to our buddy Fido, who lost his cat Beans this week. And, you know, I saw that, and just coming off of that, I'm like, damn, I know exactly how you feel, and it's the worst feeling in the world. And I just want you to know that my heart is with you, this community's heart is with you, and Beans was a super, super cute, just a blessing of a kitty cat. And, you know, we're a community. Our pets are part of that community, and our hearts are with you and keeping you in our thoughts and prayers and well wishes, man. And anyone else out there who is, you know, dealing with a loss or dealing with trouble, know that this community is here for you. And we are, I know it sounds cliche to say, but we are one. And we have each other's backs. And I wish all of you the best watching this, because we are a community. This is a place of fun. And we are celebrating that fun here in the Wax Night Basement. So now, let's hot face. My hot face this week is once again the compact disc. And for some reason it's, you know, high school version compact disc, and these big, bulky, 2-disc, large MFers that were hard to carry in the car. You can't fit them into any CD case from the 90s. And yeah, so these are just sitting on top of my CD case together. I tell this story all the time, but man, Video Exchange didn't know what they were doing, and all the Super Savers, they priced these, Alive and Alive 2, at $9.99 each. That was what every normal single album CD cost, and they were charging $9.99 for a double CD. So we thought we hit the lottery, and I just love compact disc. I love them. I'm pretty much over vinyl. It's so weird to say, because I still will buy foreign pressings and I still want a Crazy Nights. I know I say that all the time, but I'm just kind of over it. Like, I don't want to go to a record store and look for vinyl anymore, because I have the entire catalog on vinyl. So unless they have some strange Argentina pressing or a promo album, I'm not into it, but I'm into these. It's so weird. So weird. And I just purchased something very silly from Kiss Museum that is a compact disc that I probably do not need, but I've never owned it, and it's just so cool, and we'll talk about it when it comes in. But it's fun because I just saw it and it's a CD, and I was like, oh man, my heart just kind of lit up. I think maybe it's my age, maybe menopause for men, I don't know. Like, I feel like this just takes me back to high school Friday nights, and I love it. And that's what I love about talking about Kiss with you. What is your hot face? Leave your hot face below. Let's celebrate that like you guys are at my house. It's 1989, 6:10 on a Friday night, and we're talking Kiss. It doesn't get any better than this. It really doesn't. And it does not get better than what I'm about to show you, and that is the Dynasty mother grabbing wall of the Wax Night House. And we're not going to talk here for our merch this week. We're actually going to talk about it at the Dynasty wall, because they're tiny, but they're so much fun. And they were also purchased from Kiss Museum. Kiss Museum, thank you for being a sponsor of Wax Night, and it's all for you, Demon. Love you guys too. Let's check out how I designed. Well, first we're going to check out the merch, and then I'll talk about how I designed the Dynasty wall. One of the most fun sections of the room, because it's kind of like the media area, and it's Dynasty. Speaking of trusty CD player, tonight's merch is on top of the CD player and the 8-track player, and it is this sweet Dynasty slides from Bob Gruen. And you have seen all of these photos before, but these are the actual slides. Property of photographer Bob Gruen. And this slide actually appeared in the Dynasty press kit. 1977, A Coin Management, Inc. by agreement with KISS, a partnership, all rights reserved. And then this one, copyright Bob Gruen, 463 West Street, New York. Then you see a little KI written in black up there. I don't know what that is. I don't know if, you know how they take so many photos of these poses and then they print out all the slides and they leave little notes on the slide. I don't know what the KI is. Could be K1, but these are both super cool photos. We'll show them larger here. And the fact that these are actual photographer-owned slides is pretty freaking cool. And I love the fact that this slide actually came inside of the press kit, because the press kit is something I would love to have one day. Super Slayer forever money, but I have the slide, and that's fun enough. And that leads us to a bigger picture, which is the Dynasty wall. And this is the back of the basement. This was pretty much a Dynasty wall back then, but the stereo wasn't back here. It was actually a KISS shelf back here. So I decided to put the stereo back here first off, how we were redoing the basement. The stereo would not be here, so we moved the stereo back here. And I realize now that I just saw that we have a lot more to talk about than just the slides, but it's all Dynasty. It's all fun. This is how I designed the Dynasty setup here. First off, the Superheroes poster from the Unmasked merch form. The 79 Boutwell merch form poster in the middle, and then the Canadian KISS 80 poster, which is so much fun that says 80. I love that thing. I didn't really want to put the superhero poster and the 80 so close together, but it kind of worked with that Dynasty poster in the middle. To the right on the speaker, we have our very fun 1990s Xanadu-esque head shop tapestry still in the bag. That's freaking awesome. Then on the other speaker, we have a 1979 Dynasty sponge from a concert, I believe here in Kansas City. Knowing the friend it came from, that is a Dynasty sponge, courtesy of my buddy Mike Jackson. Donated that to the Wax Night Basement, and I am forever freaking grateful for that. Mike has been a KISS friend and a friend for a very long time. Thank you, buddy. And to the side wall, this has gone through several variations. The side wall, we've talked about this before, the Japanese ad for Dynasty, double page ad from a Japanese magazine. How cool is that? The Sunday New York Times KISS iron-on. Next week, the Village People, but this week, Dynasty. We've talked about this before, the GE ad and the Music Express ads for Dynasty. I need a Peter. Did they make a Peter? No one ever sells Peter. I need to know if they made one, and I need one. Promo flats, actual 1979 promo flats for Dynasty. There is the side with the solo albums, Double Platinum, Alive 2, and Dynasty. And here's the promo flat with all the albums and Dynasty. And don't do what I do. I put a hole in it, tried to hang it one time, and they keep dropping from the ceiling, so That hole was done by me. Non-mint means more fun. This is why I took down the Dynasty mirror. I wanted to put up my Columbia House ad featuring Dynasty. My Columbia House Christmas ad. Here's something to be merry about. Featuring Dynasty, letting the world know that Dynasty is a Christmas record. And then the Are You Ready for the 80s Casablanca ad that is on the back of a cool radio promotion for New Year's Eve. The radio show for New Year's Eve played all the big tracks of 1979, and this is the ad for the back of that pamphlet from Casablanca. Got Dynasty on there. Aaron had that Robin Williams album, but I love the fact it says, Are you ready for the 80s? And there we go. Kiss 80. Now this is a big one, and maybe this should be its own show, but since we're talking Dynasty, let's talk it here. This is a concert shirt, but a very special concert shirt because it's a ringer tee. And if you have looked on the Unmasked merch form, this is the concert tee that you could order from that. The merch form actually had a different color ringer. I want to say the merch form was orange or yellow. Yeah, so same shirt, but the merch form is bright yellow. So bright yellow sleeves on this. This is a badass shirt. And if we've talked about this, I apologize. I don't think we've talked about it, but I feel like we have. Maybe I talked about it on Critical Kiss. Anyway, this came up for sale on eBay. FL Dog texted me and told me you should go for this shirt. I did. I was the only bidder. It's a freaking awesome shirt, and no one else bid on it. I think it was life's magic. I needed a circle design for a concert shirt for Dynasty. I also needed a ringer tee, and I needed this back like you would not believe. Look how freaking awesome that is. Sometimes I want to leave it with the back out because the back is so cool. But since it's the Dynasty wall, I kind of have to have Dynasty showing. But man, that back with the chain, so awesome. So there you go. Probably the coolest Dynasty tee I have. Kind of tying the whole kit and caboodle. But the t-shirt kind of ties everything together because then we scroll over and we have the black Dynasty Tour shirt and the white in the square. And what's even more fun, thank you FL Dog for the black one. The white one's fun because of the back. Hold on. Oh dear Lord, here we go. Hold on. Return of Kiss. Yeah. And I'm not going to be able to put this, well, maybe I can. Hold on.
3 weeks later.
I did it. I'm crafty. The black t-shirt, gift from my buddy FL Dog. It's also super cool because Adam Rich from 8 is Enough is wearing it in a Teen Beat ad. And so I bought that Teen Beat ad. And there he is, wearing the Kiss black t-shirt. And there you have how I designed the Dynasty wall. And I don't hate vinyl. I feel like I'm bagging on vinyl a lot. I don't hate vinyl. It's just, it's not my bag right now. It's not my bag, baby. Jeez Louise. It's just not my bag. I'm really into CDs and I love them. And I felt like showing you guys the vinyl underneath the stereo and stuff. But I also was like, I've been bagging on vinyl all this episode. Don't show them the vinyl. It's nothing big. Just soundtracks. Kisses in a different section. Soundtracks. Herb Alpert. The Raycon of Singers. Star Wars. CDs. Cassettes. Maybe we will go through those someday because we can look at the Kiss CDs and the Kiss cassettes. Kiss VHS. We'll go through that one day. But I just wanted to show you the Dynasty wall. And thank you all for joining us. Fido, Danny, you're in our thoughts. Anyone else facing any sort of trouble, hardship, heartbreak, we love you. We got you. It's all for you, Demon. Wax night. We're a community here. This is fun. Say, I want to go upstairs and see Mommy. We got to do the outro now. Thank you for hanging with us tonight and waxing a little rock and roll nostalgia with us here in the Wax Night house. My tail never stops moving because I'm a happy boy. Be good to your babies. Spay, neuter, microchip. Take care, be safe. We will talk to you soon. Go see Mommies. Go see Mommies. Come on. Go on. Goodbye.